Dear students of English 6, welcome to session 9 of the class. We're almost getting down with the English course of this class. So my piece of advice for you will be to practice your English to the fullest, okay? So before to get started our Zoom meeting, we are going to start by greeting each other, okay? So, hello everybody, good afternoon. How are you doing today? Let me see, Milena, how are you doing today? Milena, how are you doing today? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
How are you today? Okay, thank you. For today, we are going to be focused on Unit 14. So that's what it means, which is the title of Unit 14. In every single session of the class, we have an introductory video for you to have clear ideas about what Unit 9 is about. Okay, let's take a look at it. So, you can watch it completely from your accounts and the platform. For now, we are going to move on into the topic. We are going to be focused on nonverbal communication. You know that communication could be verbal and could be nonverbal. Okay, we have two type of communications, but in this case we are going to be working on nonverbal communication. And when we talk about nonverbal communication, we refer to gestures. Okay, so gestures and nonverbal communication, it's a form of nonverbal communication or non-vocal communication, in which visible bodily actions communicate particular messages either in place or in conjunction with speech. Gestures include movement of the hands, face, or other parts of the body, okay? So, as I was explaining before, we have two types of communication, verbal and not verbal. But for this case, we are going to be working on nonverbal communication to be very specific with gestures, okay? Uh, this is a very important part that I would like to highlight, that gestures, it's about movement. In this case, it could be about hands, using our hands, using our face or other parts of the body. For example, if I raise up my hand, it means that I'm greeting someone, and it means that I'm saying hello. For example, if I'm doing a movement with my face, it means that I'm referring something to someone else. If I'm doing or moving one of my part of the body, it means that I'm trying to communicate with gesture, in this case, nonverbal communication, okay? In here, you're going to have a video tutorial, which is on YouTube, about common nonverbal communications in English. For now, we're going to take a look at it. In here, you have the different the different type of gestures, okay? As well, you can watch it completely from your account in the platform, okay? In here, we have some practice exercise. What does that mean, okay? In here, you're going to look at an image and then you need to match the gesture with the action, okay? So look at the picture, show before and match the phrases and the boss with gestures, okay? And for this case, we're going to be using letters. Okay, number one, it refers, image number one, it refers that I am angry. Number two, image number two, what does it refer to? A volunteer? What does it refer, image number two, about the picture that we are taking a look at it? And a volunteer, please.
We need a taxi.
Number two, are you sure?
We need help.
We need help. Okay, excellent. We're going to type. In this case, will be letter D. Letter D. We need help. Letter D. Okay. We need help. Letter D. Image number three, what does it refer to? The image number three, what does it refer to? This image, okay? What does it refer to?
Letter B. I want to turn.
Number three, the image of the police, what does it refer to? What gesture does it refer to?
Letter B.
Sorry?
It's A.
Letter A.
For stop.
Okay, stop. Okay. Stop for letter A. Perfect. Okay, number four, image number four, what does it refer to? What? This one, the one that I'm highlighting right now.
We need a taxi.
We need a taxi, which is letter C. We need a taxi, which is letter C. Okay, and the last one, but not least important, image number five, what does it refer to?
Letter B.
Letter B, I want to turn.
I want to turn.
I want to turn. Letter A. Oh, letter B, right? Letter B, I want to turn. Okay, now we are going to submit our answers and we are going to check if they're correct. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the press button. I think it's something is happening, but okay, this is a practice exercise, okay? So for you into your accounts, using your accounts, you can do it, okay? I don't know what's going on with in here in this button. It doesn't allow me to submit my answers, okay? But this is a practice exercise, so then you can do it from your account, okay?
Teacher,
Yes.
I have a question. I
Yes.
was checking the platform and I realized that lesson number 14 isn't in my account. I don't know if anyone else has the same problem, but it doesn't appear in the platform.
Which session?
Number 14, this one.
But this is session 9. Focus on unit 14.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Lesson number 9.
Lesson number 9. It doesn't appear in your account.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Los demás les aparece la sesión 9 en sus cuentas, muchachos.
A mí no me...
¿Perdón?
A mí no me aparece, profesor.
No les aparece. Milena, Naomi, Melanie, Maylin, Jarquín.
No la tengo tampoco.
No, profe, a mí no me aparece tampoco.
Aparece.
¿Qué sesiones, muchachos, para reportarla ahorita, por favor?
La última.
La
Sesión,
última.
sesión
Parece-
9, sesión 9.
Sí.
Ok, entonces,
Profe, todavía no me aparece la sesión 9.
entonces déjeme, ahorita me voy a comunicar, ok, hola.
Está bien.
Ok, entonces estoy enviando un mensaje a profesor Ernesto Robles explicándole lo sucedido, porque entonces, pero en este caso, muchachos, estamos aquí realizándola. Voy a pedir que la habiliten ahorita, si la pueden habilitar, pero vamos a seguir con la clase, ¿ok? Porque yo sí tengo habilitada la sesión 9, entonces una vez que ya explique usted, yo explique la sesión 9 y ustedes ya llevan un consolidado y solo van a desarrollar contenido o la ejercitación en cuanto al contenido desde sus cuentas. ¿Ok? Entonces, me permiten un minuto, solo voy a enviar un audio, no se desconecten. Voy a enviar un audio al profe Ernesto Robles. Ahorita no se desconecten para continuar con la explicación de la clase, por favor. Okay, guys, I am way back. So I already sent a message to teacher Ernesto Robles, telling him if it's possible that to have available our session 9, ¿ok? Entonces, muchachos, ya le envié un mensaje al profe Ernesto Robles para ver de que si nos pueden habilitar el día de hoy la sesión 9, ¿ok? Porque me están comentando todos ustedes que no la tienen disponible, la sesión 9. Entonces, no hay problema, vamos a seguir trabajando desde mi cuenta y vamos a seguir con el desarrollo de la clase, ¿ok?
Okay.
Okay, so in here, you're going to have an exercise that is going to be evaluated, and this exercise goes for 5 points. You need to complete the sentences according to the form verbs, okay? And in here, you're going to be using adjectives, participles, adjectives as participles, okay? Let's remember that we have adjectives with ing at the end, and we also have adjectives with ed at the end. Okay, so in here, according to the contents of the sentences, you are going to select if you're going to select an adjective with ing or with ed. For example, in number 1, I got stuck behind a really slow bus on a narrow mountain road. I felt, which one? Confusing, embarrassing, frustrated, disgusting, or exhausted. And here, you're going to do it by yourself, ¿ok? Recordemos que este es un ejercicio evaluado, entonces tienen que realizarlo de manera individual. Los ejercicios prácticos, pues sí los realizamos de manera grupal, ¿ok? Entonces ya me contestó el profesor Ernesto Robles, entonces nos dice que va a revisar ahorita la clase para habilitarles la sesión a ustedes, ¿ok?
Okay.
Ok, entonces muchachos, seguimos con la explicación. Recordemos que estamos hablando de la comunicación. Dentro de la comunicación tenemos 2 tipos de comunicación. Tenemos la comunicación verbal y tenemos la comunicación no verbal. En este caso, cuando nos referimos a la comunicación no verbal, hacemos medio de los gestos. Nos comunicamos a través de los gestos, ¿ok? Es una forma de comunicación no verbal. En este caso, los gestos incluyen los movimientos de la mano, del rostro o de otras partes del cuerpo para poder transmitir algún tipo de comunicación. En este caso, es una comunicación no verbal. ¿Okay? In here, as well, we are going to be focused on grammar, and we are going to be learning about modal verbs. Okay, we have different modal verbs, and we have modal verbs for permission. In this case, we use can, may, and could. As well, we have modal verbs for prohibition. In this case, we use can't in negative contraction and mustn't in negative contraction as well. Also, we have modal verbs to express obligation. In this case, we use have to and must in affirmative, okay? So now we are going to be reading the different examples in order to be clear about the right use of the modal verbs according to the contents, okay? When we want to express permission, prohibition, not allowing something, or obligation or not obligation, we use modal verbs. Okay, for permission, we use can, may, and could. Can it most often used to ask for or give permission, but may and could are also possible even though they are not used as often as can. For example, can I borrow a pen? You can see here the seat is free. Could I open the window? May I ask a question? In here uh, we have the examples using modal verb for permission, in this case using modal verb can, okay? Also, we use modal verbs for prohibition. In this case, we use can't in negative contraction and mustn't in negative contraction. Are used to show that something is prohibited, not allowed. You can't go into the restaurant without a tie. You can't drive in this country unless you are over 18. You mustn't use your phone in class. Can't usually gets the idea of something that is against the rules when we want to break the rules, okay? Mustn't usually means that is the speaker who is setting their rule. Okay, for example, you must get joined to the Zoom meetings, okay? Also, we have modal verbs for obligation. In this case, we use modal verb have to and must. Both of them are used to express obligation. There is a slight difference in the way that they are both used. Have to shows that the obligation comes from someone else, not the speaker. This is usually referring to a rule or law. We have to be at the airport at least 2 hours before the flight. I have to work on Saturday. Those are some examples. They have to wear their uniform at school. Must showed us that the obligation comes from the speaker. I must hand in my thesis by tomorrow. I really must call my parents. Here is an example of the difference between have to and must. My doctor said that I have to stop smoking or I'll risk serious problems. I have no choice, so that's what I have to stop smoking. Or I must stop smoking, which is costing me too much money. That's your decision if you want to stop smoking, okay? And here, in this particular case, we use don't have to show that there is not obligation. You can do something if you want, but it's not an obligation. You don't have to wear a tie to go to the restaurant, but it would be nice. You didn't have to call for me. I could have got a taxi. Students don't have to wear uniform to school. In here, we have a short list about modal verbs in positive and negative, okay? Be careful about the difference between mustn't and don't have to. Mustn't means it's not allowed or it's a bad idea, okay? Do we have a question, guys, so far? Is it everything clear so far? According to modal verbs? Is it clear? Everything? Is everything clear so far, guys?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Ok, me acaba de escribir el profesor Ernesto Roble. Pueden darle a actualizar a la plataforma para cerciorarnos de que la sesión 9 está disponible, por favor. Y así me verifican desde ahorita, por favor. Obviamente no tienen por qué salirse de la sesión del Zoom meeting.
Ya
Sí, ya
está
está
posible.
habilitado.
Ya está disponible. Ok,
Sí, sí.
ok, ok. 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 ¿Alguna pregunta, muchachos, de acuerdo a los verbos modales que tengan hasta el momento? ¿Está todo claro?
Yes, teacher, for a moment.
Okay, very good. Okay. So, in here, we have a practice exercise. You need to choose the correct verb for these sentences. Okay, now we are going to make it as a team. Okay, wait a second, please. Okay. Okay, wait a second, please. My internet is going slow a little bit. Okay, okay. I'm going to reset. Okay. Okay, there we have. Okay, practice exercise. Okay. 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 Muchachos, podrían irse al ejercicio práctico 9.2. Necesito cerciorarme de que si ya está disponible ese ejercicio, porque veo que acá no me aparece nada. Se supone que ya debe estar disponible. ¿Podrían ir, por favor, y me verifican si a ustedes sí les aparece el ejercicio? El
Sí,
ejercicio, el ejercicio práctico 9.2.
sí, profesor.
Qué raro, a mí no me carga. Ok, déjenme intentar una vez más. Okay. Okay. In here, you have a video tutorial on YouTube about permission, provision, obligation, and not obligation. Of course, in this case, we are focused on modal verbs. Can, may, could, must, have to. We're going to take a look at it. Okay, you can watch it completely from in the platform. Okay, so we're going to be moving on the next topic. Okay, in here you're going to make this practice exercise. Unfortunately, it doesn't I don't get the exercise in here in the platform. I don't know why, but you can do it. It's very easy. It's according to the modal verb. So you're going to select the correct verb for the sentences. And now we are going to be talking about the importance about traffic rules or signs rules. Okay, so in here we have different sign roads that we have in our cities and our highways and the different places that we go around. Okay, traffic signs or road signs are signs erected at the side of or about roads to give instructions or provide information to road users. The early signs were simple wooden or stone milestone. Later, signs with directional arms were introduced, for example, the finger posts in the United Kingdom and their wooden counterparts in Saxony. With traffic volumes increasing since the 1930s, many countries have adopted pictorial signs or otherwise simplify and standardize their signs to overcome language barriers and enhance traffic safety. Such pictorial signs use symbols, often silhouettes, in place of words and are usually based on international protocols. Such signs were first developed in Europe and had been adopted by most countries to varying degree. Okay. And here we have a video tutorial as well about the importance of road signs. Okay. As well, you can take a look at it from your in the platform from your accounts. And here we have a practice exercise that we are going to make it. Okay, but I don't know what's going on with the practice exercise. It doesn't get loaded in the platform. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Okay, I think I'm having trouble with my with my with my account here in the platform. Seguramente, muchachos, no me cargan los ejercicios prácticos porque el maestro de seguro le haber dado reset a la sesión, entonces de seguro me haber afectado de igual manera a mí. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta, muchachos? Ahorita estábamos enfocados sobre la importancia de las señales de camino, las señales de tráfico. Son muy importantes porque nos indican información o nos proveen información de acuerdo a lugares, de acuerdo a los caminos y carreteras. A todas aquellas personas que somos usuarios, pues tenemos algún vehículo o somos transeúntes, ¿ok? Entonces, ¿tenemos alguna pregunta hasta el momento de acuerdo al contenido de la sesión 9? Do we have a question? ¿Alguna pregunta, muchachos? Por favor, que el tiempo corre, hay que aprovechar el tiempo.
Not me, teacher. Then.
Okay. Makey, Mailing, Milena, Naomi.
No, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Okay. Si no tenemos preguntas, asumo que todo está claro, todo está entendible. No obstante, si tienen alguna sugerencia o alguna inquietud, voy a estar en el grupo de WhatsApp, ¿ok? Siempre y cuando en el horario establecido, de acuerdo a las sesiones de clase. Si tienen alguna inquietud, de acuerdo a algún inciso, lo podemos ver en el grupo de WhatsApp, me pueden escribir.
Yo estoy en clase.
Perdón. Entonces podemos ver eso en el grupo de WhatsApp, ¿ok? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your dedication and your hard work. Olga, yes?
Thank you.
Okay, have a great weekend too. Take care, everybody, and I cannot wait to see you into the next session of the class, okay? Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.